Good morning, everyone. In our previous class, we have started the first chapter of science, that is crop production and management. In this, till now we have discussed about the agriculture, growing plants and receiving animals for food, clothing, etc. Is called agriculture. We have discussed about the crops, plants of same kind grown on a large scale for food, clothing, etc. are called crops. We have discussed the two different types of crops, that is kharif crops and rabi crops. Kharif crops are generally planted in June and harvested in October, for example, rice, maize, and cotton. Rabi crops, they are generally planted in November and harvested in April, for example, wheat, barley, and pea. After that, we have started with the agriculture practices. To ensure a good crop yield, several activities are undertaken by farmers over a period of time. These activities are known as agricultural practices. These agricultural practices involve preparation of soil, in which we are having ploughing, leveling, and applying for manures and fertilizers, followed by selection and sowing of seeds, irrigation, weeding, crop protection, harvesting, and storage. The machines and tools used for agriculture practices are known as agricultural implements. This all we have discussed in the previous class. Now, in our today's class, we will start with the first step or first agricultural practice, that is preparation of the soil. The preparation of the soil is the first step before growing a crop. One of the most important tasks in agriculture is to turn the soil and loosen it. This allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil. The loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes present in the soil. Regarding the earthworms, you have already done in class 7th. These organisms are friends of the farmer since they further turn and loosen the soil and add humus to it. The process of loosening and turning the soil is called tilling or ploughing. This is done by using a plough. Ploughs are made of wood or iron. If the soil is very dry, it may need watering before ploughing. The ploughed field may have big pieces of soil called crumbs. It is necessary to break these crumbs with a plank. Before sowing the seeds, it is necessary to break soil to the size of the grains to get better yield. This is done with the help of various tools. The main tools used for this purpose are plough, hoe, and cultivator. First, we will discuss about plough. Plough is being used since ancient time for tilling the soil, adding fertilizers to the crop, removing the weeds, scraping the soil, etc. The second one is hoe. It is a simple tool which is used for removing weeds and for loosening the soil. It has a long rod of wood or iron. A strong, broad, and bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its ends and works like a blade. It is pulled by animals. Cultivator. Nowadays, ploughing is done by tractor-driven cultivator. The use of cultivator saves labor and time. Now, these are the various implements which we use for preparation of the soil, or we can say the ploughing of the soil. Now, why ploughing is required? What are the different advantages of ploughing? So, ploughing provides irrigation to the roots as air spaces are created, making it easy to breathe. Roots can grow deep into the soil. Weeding is easier in loose soil. Helps in growth of earthworms and microbes in soil, which are important decomposer providing nutrients and making the soil humus rich. It becomes easier for the farmer to apply fertilizer. Ploughing brings nutrient-rich soil on the top so that plant can use it easily. So these are the various advantages of ploughing. In the same manner, we can say the advantages of leveling also. The bigger chunks of the soil are broken down to the smaller pieces. Prevention of soil erosion by wind and water, and promotes uniform irrigation, thus help in water conservation and prevents waterlogging. So these are about the advantages of ploughing, and advantages of labeling. During the preparation of soil, one more task is to be done, that is adding manures and fertilizer. The substances which are added to the soil in the form of nutrients for the healthy growth of plants are called manures and fertilizers. These substances supplies mineral nutrients to the crop. These nutrients are essential for the growth of the plants. Continuous growing of crops make the soil poorer in certain nutrients. Therefore, farmers have to add manure to the fields to replenish the soil with nutrients. This process is called manuring. Improper or insufficient manuring results in weak plants. Now, what are fertilizers? Fertilizers are chemical substances which are rich in a particular nutrients. Fertilizers are produced in factories. The use of fertilizers has helped farmers to get better yield of crops such as wheat, paddy, and maize. But excessive use of fertilizers has made the soil less fertile. Fertilizers have also become a source of water pollution. Instead of fertilizer, we can use manure because manures are the organic substances. The organic manure is considered better than fertilizers because it enhances the water holding capacity of the soil. It makes the soil porous, due to which exchange of gases becomes easy. It increases the number of friendly microbes. It improves the texture of the soil. So this is all about the first step of the agricultural practices, that is preparation of the soil. In our next class, we will continue with the second step, that is selection and sowing of the seeds. Thank you.